They call it America's most chilling Bermuda, a stretch of land so vast and unforgiving that entire planes, boats, and even groups of people have disappeared without a trace. Welcome to the Alaska Triangle, a region of frozen mountains, endless forests, and turbulent waters, where mystery is more common than explanation. This is not just wilderness. It is a place where the unknown swallows the living whole, leaving behind only whispers of what might have happened. Imagine boarding a small plane and knowing that your flight path cuts straight through a zone where thousands have vanished. Families wait at airports that never see arrivals. Search teams comb the forests and glaciers, but return empty-handed, their radios filled only with static. Some blame nature, others point to magnetic anomalies, alien abductions, or ancient spirits said to rule this land. Tonight, we step into the Alaska Triangle and explore why this frozen Bermuda remains one of the darkest legends in America. Picture the map of Alaska. 3 points connect to form the infamous triangle: Anchorage in the south, Juneau in the southeast, and Barrow in the far north. Within this vast zone, covering thousands of miles, more than 16,000 people have disappeared since 1988. That number is staggering. Whole villages have been reported abandoned overnight. Aircraft vanish from radar with no distress call. Hikers vanish from trails, their camps left behind as though they stepped into thin air. If this were one isolated case, it might be explained. But the sheer scale of the disappearances makes the Alaska Triangle more than just a dangerous wilderness. It is a phenomenon. To understand the legend, you must first know Alaska's reputation. It is beautiful, but beauty here hides peril. Towering mountains create sudden storms. Freezing rivers pull down even the strongest. Yet the question persists: why here, inside this triangle, do so many vanish without explanation? The first retention spike arrives when we recall one of the most baffling cases. In 1972, a small plane carrying U.S. House Majority Leader Hale Boggs and Congressman Nick Begich took off from Anchorage. It never reached its destination. No wreckage, no survivors, no signals. Despite the largest search operation in American history at the time, spanning 325,000 square miles, nothing was found. To this day, the fate of the aircraft remains unsolved. A U.S. congressman vanished in broad daylight in a controlled airspace, and the Alaska Triangle swallowed him. That disappearance cemented the reputation of the Triangle as a place beyond reason. As you hear this, imagine the terror of passengers, the static on the radio, the silence after the final contact. Some argue it was the weather. Others whisper it was something more, something that did not want the plane to leave. Legends among Alaska's native peoples have long warned about this land. The Tlingit speak of the Kushtaka, a shape-shifting demon that takes the form of an otter. Its purpose: to lure travelers to their deaths in rivers and freezing waters. Those who claim to have encountered the Kushtaka describe eerie cries in the night, resembling women or children calling for help. When rescuers approach, they never return. Could these ancient tales explain the thousands of missing? It is chilling to imagine that a spirit long feared by the first people of Alaska is still hunting today. The second retention spike comes with the story of an entire village that vanished. In 1950, an Eskimo village on Lake Onjikuni was found completely deserted. Houses stood intact, food left on tables, dogs starved but tied to posts, yet every man, woman, and child was gone. Search parties found no footprints leading away, no evidence of violence, nothing but silence. Some claimed lights in the sky had been seen in the days before. Was it mass abduction, migration, or another hunger of the Alaska Triangle? This story alone would be enough to spark endless theories, but here it is just one of many. Scientific explanations do exist. Some geologists point to strong magnetic anomalies within the triangle, capable of interfering with compasses and aircraft instruments. Pilots report sudden disorientation, navigation systems spinning wildly. In a land where one wrong turn can mean death by exposure, such anomalies may be lethal. Others point to vast underground cave systems and unstable glaciers. Could the land itself be swallowing people whole? Avalanches, sinkholes, shifting ice. Nature here is merciless. But still, science cannot explain every vanishing. Not when entire plains vanish with no wreckage. Not when boats disappear from calm waters. Not when rescue teams themselves go missing. The third retention spike arrives with one of the eeriest modern cases. In 1990, a private plane carrying 5 people vanished in perfect flying conditions. Radio contact was clear. Weather reports were good, yet radar suddenly lost the aircraft. No distress call, no emergency beacon. Searchers scoured the area for weeks. Nothing was found. To this day, no trace of the passengers has ever been recovered. Families wait for answers that never come. It is as if the plane simply slipped into another dimension. Some theorists suggest exactly that the Alaska Triangle is a window, a gateway into a parallel world. Strange lights have been reported across the region. Glowing orbs, massive triangular crafts, beams of light that pierce through the snowstorms. Is it coincidence that so many vanish, where so many UFO sightings are reported? Believers argue that the triangle is not just haunted by spirits, but actively monitored by something from beyond. Imagine flying in darkness, only to see a blinding beam flood your cockpit. Imagine the instruments failing, then silence. Now the fourth retention spike, the chilling confessions of search and rescue workers. Teams sent to recover lost hikers describe sudden feelings of dread, time distortion, and even hearing voices calling their names. Some workers have gone missing themselves. One ranger described being led deep into the woods by what he thought was a colleague, only to find himself alone miles from camp. When he finally returned, others swore he had only been gone minutes, though his watch showed hours. If time itself bends inside the Alaska Triangle, what chance do ordinary travelers have? Critics may dismiss these accounts as exhaustion or hypothermia. But when multiple professionals report similar anomalies, the mystery deepens. As night falls on the Triangle, think of the sheer silence that envelops the land. Imagine camping beneath endless stars, knowing that others before you have vanished from the very same ground. The crack of branches may not be just wildlife. The voice calling for help may not be human. The snow that swallows tracks may also erase evidence of forces we do not understand. Yet people continue to enter the Alaska Triangle. Tourists, hikers, pilots, locals, some return with stories of eerie encounters. Lights above, shadows in the trees, the feeling of being watched. Others never return at all. What drives us toward places known for death and disappearance? Perhaps it is the human hunger for mystery, or the belief that not everything can be explained by logic. The Alaska Triangle embodies that conflict, the known and the unknown, the rational and the impossible, and each year, its list of missing grows longer. If you ever find yourself in Anchorage, Juneau, or Barrow, and someone suggests traveling through the Triangle, remember this: the land does not forgive mistakes, and something in the silence is always waiting. Tonight, we have explored the mysteries of the Alaska Triangle, the haunted Bermuda of America. From vanished congressmen to missing planes, from ancient legends to chilling lights in the sky, the evidence forms a pattern too consistent to ignore. Whether it is the wrath of the land, the lure of spirits, or the reach of something beyond our world, one truth remains: the Alaska Triangle takes without giving back, and those who enter its frozen grasp may become part of its legend forever. If this story has gripped you, Consider joining us for more journeys into America's darkest mysteries. Subscribe to Silent Screams 50. Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us, would you dare to cross the Alaska Triangle, knowing so many before you never came back?